Welcome back to our Future AI podcast, Paper Review. Today, we're diving into a study from Chile that looks how AI, specifically generative AI, could reshape the future of work in the country.
Interesting.
It's kind of like getting a sneak peek into what your job might look like a few years down the road.
What's fascinating about this study is how detailed it gets. It was done by CENIA and a few other groups. And they didn't just look at jobs broadly. They actually analyzed thousands of tasks.
Wow.
Within the top 100 most common jobs in Chile.
So they really went deep, huh?
Yeah.
Instead of just saying, AI will change this job, they broke it down into tiny pieces.
Exactly.
What exactly were they trying to figure out?
Well, they wanted to understand how much faster and more efficient certain tasks could become with the help of AI, especially generative AI, which is a type of AI that can create things like text, images, and even code.
Oh, wow.
Think about how much time you could save if AI could help you write reports, generate presentations, or even analyze complex data sets.
Okay, so they're looking at how much time AI could save us.
Exactly.
How did they actually measure that? Did they just estimate?
Not at all. They had a very clever method. They looked at each task and asked, could AI help someone complete this task faster without sacrificing quality?
Interesting.
And for each task, they assigned a score based on that potential time saving.
So a higher score means AI could potentially speed up that task a lot.
Exactly.
What kind of scores did they find? Were there any surprises?
There were definitely some eye-opening results. They called this score the acceleration opportunity with generative AI score. And across all jobs, the average score was 0.48.
0.48.
Yeah.
So basically, AI could potentially speed up almost half the tasks in the average job. That's huge.
It is.
Wow.
And what's even more interesting is that some of the jobs with the highest scores weren't necessarily what you might expect.
You've got me hooked. Spill the beans.
All right.
Which jobs had these sky-high scores?
Well, one that really stood out was public policy specialists.
Interesting.
Their score was a whopping 0.84.
Wow.
That means AI could potentially make them more efficient in about 84% of their tasks.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
We also saw high scores for medical secretaries at 80% and even high school teachers at 75%.
Interesting.
Wow, so it's not just the tech jobs that are going to be affected by AI. It's a much broader range of professions than I think a lot of people realize.
This study really highlights the potential for AI to transform a wide variety of industries. And in some surprising ways, it also challenges the assumption that only tech jobs will be impacted by AI. It's clear that AI has the potential to change the game for all sorts of professions.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
But not all jobs are created equal, right? Some involve more physical labor, while others are mostly desk work.
Yeah.
Did the study look at how AI might impact?
And that's where we see some of the nuance in the findings.
Let's unpack that. What did they find about jobs that are more hands-on?
They found that manual jobs, like machine operators or construction workers, had much lower acceleration scores. These scores were typically around 0.2, which means that the potential for AI to speed up those tasks is much lower compared to jobs that involve more cognitive tasks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's harder to automate something that requires physical dexterity and real-world interaction.
Exactly.
But are we saying all white-collar workers should be worried then?
Not necessarily.
No.
The study actually found that things get more complicated when you start looking at how this AI acceleration potential relates to salary.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
There's always a twist, isn't there? What did they find?
Well, it turns out that jobs with higher salaries, at least for now, tend to have a higher potential for AI acceleration. This raises some important questions about the potential economic impacts of AI and whether it could exacerbate existing inequalities.
Okay, hold on. Let me make sure I'm following you. Are you saying that AI might actually widen the gap
It's a concern that the study highlights.
Yeah.
If AI primarily benefits higher-paying jobs by making those jobs even more productive and efficient, it could potentially lead to greater income inequality.
So while there's a lot of excitement about the potential of AI, it's important to consider these potential downsides as well.
Absolutely.
So it's not all sunshine and roses with AI.
No technology is without its complexities. But it's not all doom and gloom either.
Okay.
The study also highlighted how AI could lead to some really positive changes. Particularly in areas like public services and small businesses.
Okay, so it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah.
Before we dive into those potential benefits, I want to make sure we've covered all the bases on the potential downsides. The study also looked at how this whole AI thing might affect men and women differently.
They found some intriguing differences in how men and women might be impacted by AI. Especially when it comes to job security and potential career advancement.
Well, I'll have to save that part of the discussion for later.
Sounds good.
Let's take a closer look at some of the potential benefits of AI. Particularly in those areas you mentioned. Public services and small businesses.
Sounds good.
There are some really exciting possibilities to explore there. Welcome back.
Okay, so let's start with public services. I think most people would agree that government bureaucracy can be a bit of a headache sometimes.
Definitely.
How could AI help with that?
Well, imagine a world where AI could help streamline those complicated processes. Think about things like applying for permits, accessing social services, or even just getting a simple question answered.
By a government agency.
You're painting a picture of a much smoother and more efficient system.
Exactly.
Sign me up. But how would that actually work? What could AI do?
Well, one example is fraud detection and prevention. AI algorithms are already being used in the financial sector to analyze transactions and identify suspicious patterns. Governments could use similar technology to prevent things like tax evasion or fraudulent benefit claims.
So it's like having an army of super smart digital detectives constantly on the lookout for anything fishy.
And that's just scratching the surface. AI could also help governments analyze massive data sets to make more informed policy decisions.
So
imagine being able to predict future trends. Identify areas where resources are needed most. And make data-driven decisions that benefit everyone.
It sounds like AI could help governments become more proactive and responsive to the needs of their citizens. That's a pretty compelling argument.
And let's not forget about healthcare. The study highlights how AI could revolutionize healthcare systems.
I'm really interested in the healthcare angle. We often hear about long wait times and overloaded healthcare systems. How could AI help with that?
Well, AI could be used to help with things like diagnosing illnesses, personalizing treatment plans, and even predicting potential health risks. Imagine a world where everyone has access to a virtual health assistant that can answer their questions, monitor their symptoms, and connect them with the right medical professionals when needed.
That would be incredible. Especially for people in rural areas. Or those who struggle to afford regular doctor's visits. AI could help bridge the healthcare gap. And make quality care more accessible to everyone.
Okay, so we've talked about streamlining bureaucracy and improving healthcare. What about education? Did the study mention any potential applications for AI in schools?
They did. And some of the ideas are quite revolutionary. Imagine AI tools that can help teachers personalize lesson plans for each student. Provide real-time feedback during lessons and even automate tasks like grading. This could free up teachers to focus on what they do best. Inspiring and engaging students.
It sounds like a win-win for both teachers and students. Teachers get more time to focus on teaching and students get more personalized support.
I can see how that would be a game changer.
Absolutely.
For education.
Now let's shift gears and talk about small businesses.
Okay.
The study suggests that AI could be a real game changer.
Interesting.
For small businesses.
Okay.
Helping them compete with larger companies.
Right.
On a more level playing field.
That's an interesting thought.
Yeah.
Small businesses are often at a disadvantage.
Right.
When it comes to things like marketing and technology.
Right.
How could AI help them overcome those challenges?
Well, think about marketing for a second.
Okay.
AI-powered marketing platforms can analyze data, identify trends, and even automate marketing campaigns. Reaching the right people with the right message at the right time.
Okay.
This kind of sophisticated marketing technology was previously only available to large corporations with deep pockets.
Right.
But now AI is making it accessible to even the smallest of businesses.
So it's like having a virtual marketing guru on your team, even if you can't afford to hire one in real life.
Exactly. And it goes beyond marketing. AI can also help with things like customer service, inventory management, and even financial forecasting.
Interesting.
AI can analyze data from customer interactions to provide personalized recommendations, optimize inventory levels, to minimize waste, and predict future sales to help businesses make better decisions.
Wow. It sounds like AI could really empower small businesses. To be more efficient, more strategic, and ultimately more successful.
That's the idea.
That's pretty impressive.
And it's not just about helping small businesses survive. It's about helping them thrive and compete in a rapidly changing marketplace.
Okay, so we've seen how AI could have a positive impact on government, healthcare, education, and even small businesses. That's a pretty impressive list.
It is.
But I still have that nagging feeling about the potential downsides we discussed earlier, particularly when it comes to income inequality.
You're right to be cautious.
Okay.
It's important to acknowledge that while AI has incredible potential, it's not a magic solution that will automatically solve all our problems if we're not careful. It could exacerbate existing inequalities and create new challenges.
So what can we do about that?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's something we need to be thinking about very carefully.
I think that's a great point to wrap up part 2.
Okay.
We've seen the incredible potential of AI to transform various sectors, but we've also acknowledged that there are potential downsides we can't ignore.
Exactly.
And in our final part, we'll delve into those potential downsides, particularly the impact on income inequality and gender dynamics, and explore what steps we can take to ensure that AI benefits everyone. Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We've been exploring this fascinating Chilean study on AI and the future of work. And we've seen how AI could potentially revolutionize everything from government services to small businesses.
We've also touched on some of the potential downsides. And in this final part, I think it's important to dig a little deeper into those, especially when it comes to how AI might impact different groups of people in different ways.
You're right. We talked earlier about the potential for AI to exacerbate income inequality. Can you remind us how this study...
So remember those acceleration opportunity with AI scores we discussed? They found that jobs with higher salaries tend to have higher potential for AI acceleration.
Meaning that those higher paying jobs could become even more productive and efficient with the help of AI.
Exactly.
And that could potentially lead to those workers earning even more. While those in lower paying jobs might get left behind.
Precisely. It's a scenario we need to be very mindful of.
Okay.
If AI primarily benefits those who are already doing well, it could create a wider gap between the haves and the have-nots.
So what can we do about it? Are there ways to mitigate that risk?
The study suggests a few key areas to focus on. One is education and training.
Right.
We need to make sure that everyone has access to the skills they'll need to thrive in an AI-powered workforce,
right,
regardless of their current income level.
It sounds like we can't just sit back and wait for AI to magically solve all our problems.
Exactly.
We need to be proactive about preparing people for the changes it will bring.
Absolutely. This might involve things like investing in STEM education, creating job retraining programs for those whose jobs are displaced by AI, and promoting lifelong learning initiatives to help people adapt to the constantly evolving demands of the workplace.
It's about empowering people to be active participants in the AI revolution, not passive bystanders.
The study also highlights the importance of considering gender dynamics when implementing AI solutions. Remember, they found that women's jobs tend to have a higher acceleration score than men's jobs. But women also, on average, earn less.
Right. So women's work might be more impacted by AI, but they might not see the same economic benefits. That's a critical point.
It's not enough to just talk about AI in general.
Right.
We have to think about how these changes will play out differently for different groups of people.
Absolutely. And that's why the study emphasizes the need to be intentional about ensuring equitable access to AI opportunities and benefits.
Right.
What would that look like in practice? Are there specific steps we can take?
Yeah. One is to make sure that women are involved in all stages of the AI development process, from design and research to implementation and evaluation.
So more female engineers, data scientists, and AI ethicists.
Diversity of perspectives is crucial to ensure that AI systems are fair, unbiased, and benefit everyone.
It also means being mindful of the data that's used to train AI algorithms. If those algorithms are trained on data that reflects existing biases, they could perpetuate those biases in the future.
That's a really important point. We need to be vigilant about identifying and mitigating potential biases in AI systems to ensure that they're used in a way that's fair and equitable for everyone.
So it seems like this Chilean study paints a complex picture of AI's potential impact on the future of work.
It's a mix of excitement and uncertainty. Opportunity and challenges.
I think that's a great way to put it. It's not a simple black and white issue. There are a lot of nuances to consider. And it's going to require careful planning and thoughtful implementation to ensure that AI is used in a way that benefits society as a whole.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And I think that's the key takeaway from our deep dive today. AI has the potential to be a powerful force for good. But it's up to us to make sure that happens.
Absolutely.
We need to be proactive about addressing the potential downsides. And we need to work together to create a future where AI benefits everyone.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you found it insightful and thought-provoking.
We'll be back next time
with another fascinating paper review,
exploring the latest developments
in the world of AI
and what they mean for our future.
Until then.